Hey guys, Cosmos here from Dolly Games, and this is gonna be a long-awaited video, at least for me, on Jam Synthesizer. We just had the midnight reset. Well, just it was about 4 hours ago, I think, and we got the Jam Synthesizer, which was of course communicated beforehand. But now that we have it, I wanted to record it, and it's going from level 6 to level 10, which was actually a bit of a surprise because they sort of jumped a little bit. We had before from 5 to 8, and now they moved from 6 to 10, so somebody's math teacher is not very good. Anyways, I am very disappointed that the level 5s are gone. Actually, for most people, most of the benefits you were getting from the level 5, and by benefits I mean all these other rewards. So for example, here you see 100 of these rune stones, and of course you see a very nice 340 gem packs reward here. But of course with the lower gems you can synthesize them a lot more, and so you get a lot more. So it's a very big pity that the level 5 is gone. I hope they added it back. Another thing that you should take care, and a bunch of people kind of failed it last time, and I have to confess a little bit that I also failed it for 2 days. That it is not unlimited, and the failing comes from the fact that even though you can do one per reset, I should say. I wanted to say per day, but I should probably say per reset. You shouldn't necessarily do it. What does it mean? It means that, for example, imagine here we have level 9 gem for the first time. Now imagine if you don't have level 8s, and that means that you'd have to synthesize from the 7s to 8s, and then from the 8s you can make a 9. Now that way you will be actually wasting a lot of gems on the way just to make one of these, and all those other stuff you're making on the way, the hundreds and hundreds. I remember last time for level 8 it was like 194 or so level 4s that were required. We can actually calculate that, but I'm too tired now. It's 4 a.m. at night here. I should be sleeping by all rules, but anyways, now this is the reason. Another reason why I wanted to make this video also is because this is why you kind of hoard items. You know, you gather items. If you're a free player, or not a very big spender, or somebody like me who buys VIP and spirit only, because then you over time you get a lot more reward. Now for example, in this event, let's have a look at my bags quickly. So here are my level 8 health gems, and every day I try to convert a little bit to crit. The reason for that is because I don't have the formula for level 9 for anything else other than crit, and those formulas of course you get in Necropolis. Let's pop over there, have a look at, let's close this defend at all, don't have the nerve for it. So tormented Necropolis at level 5 you get gems. Level 10 you already have a chance to get a level 9 gem synthesis formula or transpose formula. At level 15 you have a chance to get a tenor, and so on, 11, 12, and then you don't get anything for level 30, which is weird, but okay. So basically you have to get lucky at level 10, which means you have to do Necropolis a lot. Now again, if you're a free player or a very light casher, you'll have a problem having a lot of these keys. So, and I traditionally like to keep something like 13-15 keys always on me, just in case a necro event comes up. We actually did have that in the past. Some people think we didn't have any events where crypt keys are used, but actually we did. So always keep a bunch on you so that you can enter necro for something like 2, 3, 4 days at least. So otherwise, usually I build these up. I don't spend them fast. I build these up, let's say to 30, and then I start doing necro every day until I'm back to 10, 15 or so. So I suggest that also, and of course if you know a gem event is coming, You can do your necros before that. Now I've already done mine, and I can show you in my synthesis on gems. I have the crits. Here I have 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I have nothing because I didn't buy those transpose formulas. And then I have the 9 and the 10 for crit. And I have nothing else 9 and 10. So this is what I got, and actually I could even consider this lucky. Although everybody gets something, and it's very rare that if you do necro with all your keys, if you do your you know, solo blitzes and you spin all your alter spins, so if you use all your crypt keys and you do your necros, it's a very low chance that you don't get anything at all. So probably somebody has, everybody has something, and if you don't have, then you're not doing necro enough, or you're not doing your other quests. But don't stress about it if that's the situation. Just keep doing it, and you will get the transpose formulas sooner or later. Now, where was I? So with the transpose formulas, of course, I can convert my HPs, which we have from the previous events, onto crits, and then the crits I can synthesize them up to level 9 to get the event rewards. Now, a lot of people for Hall of Fame already got. See, I'm wearing level 8s everywhere. And for Hall of Fame, a lot of people just to get rewards, and I could have done it also myself, but I chose not to, because the Hall of Fame rewards actually were not that awesome for 250k battle rating size. And so the rewards here, for example, from the gem synthesis, even just doing one single time synthesizing a level 9 gem and getting an extra level 9 gem, that's already more than the Hall of Fame reward in a way. But of course we don't do it once, we can do it now. Actually, let me do it before the reset comes in, or I'll fall asleep or forget about it. So let's do that first. Gems, I'm gonna do just one single 9er, just one, that's it. Synthesize. That's my first level 9 gem. Now we can go to the gem synthesizer, pick that up, and it doesn't, of course, it doesn't give you the rewards for the previous, otherwise that would have been awesome. But anyways, we can collect this, and that gets redeemed. Now that gets me an extra level 9 crit, which is awesome. And that's what I mean, 250 runestones, 20 level 1 to 5 gem packs, and an extra level 9 gem, and that's just after midnight, and after reset. So this, we got this for 2 days and 20 hours more. So we're gonna do this a bunch more times, and also don't forget the future months, because this is just one time, so I can do one per reset, and then in the future months I will keep making them. And of course synthesis will be faster than the income generation probably. So basically, long story short, you get a lot more rewards than Hall of Fame if you would hold up, and this is specifically for free players and light cashers, or close to non-cashers, or whatever. Only for cashers, of course, they gave everything, because they also earn a lot, so they don't mind, they'll make new ones. But that's it. And the mistake that I told earlier, but actually I didn't finish explaining it, is don't spend all your gems. So let's say now I could make, let's say I didn't actually, here's a good example. I can make a level 10 gem right here. If I synthesize 2 more level 9s, then I can get, I'll have 3 level 9s, and I can make them into 10er. Or am I getting that all confused? Let me just have a quick look at the back. So I got the level 9 crit, and I got the level 9 HP. Now the HP has to get converted to crit, in my case, because I have my transpose formulas, and that's also going to be a number because it's 2.5 million just to move this to the side. They'll get me 2 level 9s, and basically if I want to do a level 10 every day as well, that's gonna cost me, and that's what I was talking about earlier. So that's gonna cost me 2 level 9 synthesis per day, whereas where I will only get reward for only one of them, and that's the again the patience thing comes in. Now we will have for sure again a level 10 gem synthesis. So if you're in a rush, you will do those 2 and not get a reward for one of them, and you will make your 10 and you'll get these rewards, sure. But if you wait, you can get for every single one. So basically for free players and light cashers, what you should do is try to get rewards for everything that you do. So if you're gonna synthesize, if I'm gonna synthesize another level 9 gem now and not get rewards, I'm not doing it, basically, even if that means getting a 10 right now, because I'll get that done probably next month. Now the only risk in this is if they completely stop doing this event, like totally, which I don't think will happen, but it can happen. So you have to ask yourself, is that risk worth it, and and make a decision from there. But yeah, if you do two level 9s to get a level 10, you're basically not collecting reward for one of level 9 synthesis, and that is huge, because that costs you 3 level 8s, which costs you 3 times, that's 9 level 7s, and so forth. You might have a big stock like me from the previous gem events, 124 and 54 I have here, and other people could of my bell rating will have similar. For cashers, they'll have like 5 times more than this. So if you have a large stock, you can consider to use it up, but once your stock has been used up, then basically you don't have anything anymore. So you have to consider all these things, and for free players and light cashers, you have to think like actually several months ahead. Also, another thing to take into consideration is the type of the rewards. So here you get the gem again, which is the probably the best thing in there, and you get gem packs and you get the rune stones. Now these are fine, but these are not amazing, because as a free player light casher, you can get rune stones yourself without any special event, and you can get gems yourself without any special event. So from another angle, you could say you could wait out until there is a much better reward in items that you can't get yourself, maybe casher items, maybe something else. And over time, normally the rewards increase, because they keep trying to keep players playing, because they know that when somebody is playing something for many months or years, people get bored, and to keep people staying in the game, spending money and playing the game, that they have to give bigger and bigger and bigger rewards so that people don't go somewhere else. So that's why the rewards keep rising, and that's why if you can be patient, you will get more out of what you have over time. Now the cost of patience is, of course, let's say if I don't take this level 10 gem, then I will be weaker, and then I won't be I'll get less income from world boss, I'll have tougher time killing some bosses or whatever. But the way it is now with my level 8 gems, I'm completely fine, and I can do most of my events without any basically problems. For world boss, sure, there would be gold difference, but that gold difference will not justify getting an extra level 9 gem like I just got right now. So you have to balance that out. Basically, heavy cashers will buy everything immediately and will invest more and buy more, so that's pretty straightforward. Free players, if you want to get more out of your items, and if you want to have a chance to get cashier items which you cannot normally get, and in this case I'll give the example of these plum turkeys. Now with these plum turkeys, you see I have 171 plum turkeys, which is a lot. That is basically your the monthly event box item, and that's a lot, and that's mostly due to me saving up tons of where they fashion cores and good luck charms. Now I have only 7 and 22 left, but I had about 60 something good luck charms and 60 something fashion cores, and then I spent that all on the clothing synthesis and the clothing identification together with all the other events that I did, and that added up to 171. And now this one will give me a chance to get the skeleton dragon card. So if and of course it can happen that I don't get it, but if I do get it, then I'll end up getting a cashier item while not being a cashier in that sense. So I hope that was clear, because I may be tired, maybe I didn't explain it very well, but basically you have to increase your chances of getting items that normally require normal balance to spend. So yeah, so that's the thing. And with the gem synthesis, now for the other gems, which are 6 and 7 and 8, basically what you have to try to do, if it's the type of the event where you can only do one, then you should try to do only one, basically, not more. I'm just looking in my list if I have a 6, and I don't, because everything is 2, 3 and 4 and 5, so I don't have a 6. And if I don't have a 6, I don't have a 7, and if I don't have a 7, I don't have an 8. Now that can mean that I skip completely all the stuff in the middle, 7 and 8 and so forth. They're of course dangerous to everything. Like you see now, for level 5s there's no more reward, so at some point of course it'll move up, so level 6s will be removed, and then this will go up as well. So you have to take into consideration those things, but it takes time, it takes many months for things to move. It took several months for level 9s to appear, and we definitely didn't expect that 10s show up at the same time. So now everybody that you know that has switched to their gems, and we can have a look at our top rankings. For example, your top rankings, player strength. Let's take Garg. He is mage from my guild. Garg of course has all the gems at level 9 and 10, and I think that's an 11 in there. And basically all these gems that he synthesized, he didn't get any reward for it whatsoever. Of course the requirements for these gems are a lot, because you have 8 items and you have 4 on each, that's 32, and the event only allows you to do 1. But still it allows you to do 1 level 9, and it gives you 1 extra, and then you can do 1 level 10 and you get 1 extra, so that's already 4. That covers 1 item completely. So and that gives you rewards as well on not only the duplicate of the gem, but also additional rewards. So that's basically the reward of patience. Now of course the top players who are competing, this video is not for them, because they're not into patience, they're into getting to becoming number 1 and keeping the number 1 rank. So the rules for heavy cashers and top players is totally different, but for most other people, especially free players and light cashers, I hope you follow my advice and don't spend your items very fast. And with that said, I'll quickly go over my bag and point out a few things. So first of all, here is a good example with 3 fully upgraded level 70 set items. which I can sell for 17 million. So there, for those people who have a level 70 and he's upgrading to level 80, you always have the choice to remake a new level 70, which will take more time, and then that one not enchanted upgrade to 80, and then you will have your old fully upgraded level 70 with you, which you can sell for 17 million gold. And it costs, I think, another 3 million for the synthesis, so it's not 17, but it's 14 million gold or something like that. But still, it's a lot of gold. It just takes more time to make a completely new item. But hey, check it out, I'm in full 80 set, fully upgraded, and I have those items left. So that's one example. Let me see another example here. The gems we already talked about, so I won't be mentioning them. For Spirit Covenant, for example, for those people who buy VIP and Spirit as basically the only cashier thing they do, always make sure that you wait. Don't buy immediately. Let's say 1,500 balance. Wait until you get the 500 recharge option. Do that, then sit and wait until you get another 500. Then sit and wait until you get another 500. They'll get you 1,500, and then you sit and wait until you get a spending big spender type of a thing, or Wheel of Prosperity here. Actually, I have one draw because I got the Spirit today. Obtain legendary stone chest. Yay! And then you wait until you see the Spirit Covenant, and ideally on a discount like this. And once it's on a discount, of course you get it for less, so that's another benefit. And then you get a big spender. Is it still on? No, I think it finished at the midnight reset, where you get a reward for 1,000 balance spent. So with all that, you get actually a huge amount for the 1,500 balance. So that's the example of the waiting and for these items. For VIP, you cannot do that because VIP bypasses the shop. I really don't like that. I wish VIP was a simple item like this as well in the shop, that you wouldn't have to purchase separately, but it is like it is. Other things, the summoner cards, always have a bunch of cards with you. When the events come, you already have, I think you have to open at least 6 cards per go. So I have a ton of cards here, so when the event comes I have more than enough to do the entire event without any stress at all. Tower of King chests, I keep them, have almost 600 already. Basically haven't needed anything, but whenever I will need someday, you know, soul crystals or rune stones or insignia, I can just open a couple of these. I'm not in a rush at all. These special chests that you get together with the monthly reward while doing campaigns or catacombs, don't open them straight away, because inside mostly you will get golden darus. So whenever you're short on gold, you can just open these and you can keep them for months, and you can just open this whole lot and then just sell the Balin box. If you're a free player or light casher, just sell it, just throw it away. And then it's basically like a gold I treat this like a gold deposit basically. For these monthly event items, you don't need to keep these. I just haven't had time to open them up. This as well, you don't need to. What else? Hoofs. Now this is another huge thing that I'm waiting for. I haven't used practically any hoofs. I've used just a little bit. But I have now 4,000 and almost 300 hoofs that I have gathered up practically since the beginning of the hoofs introduction, mount hoofs that is, and I'm waiting for the hoofs event. Even if it, somebody mentioned to me that in China they gave 10% back for the hoofs. Even with 10% back, 4,000, that's a 400 extra hoofs. free right there, whereas if you use them straight away, you don't get that reward. And they'll probably there will be extra items, not only just the hooves. Of course, the resistance crystals, keep them for the resist crystal event. Only synthesize them during the event, and whatever extra or leftover you have, keep it until the next event. Maras, same, keep until there is an event, and use exactly what you need, not more. You know, don't overdo. Like, if you cannot get the next star, don't bother. Just keep until next event. Good luck charms, fashion course, same thing, keep until a clothing synthesis event. These don't matter so much. These don't matter anymore so much. Let me see. Exploration artifacts, my number of these has been going down. I used to have more than almost 100 of these, I think. Every time there is the event to explore, these come handy to explore the maximum amounts that the event requires at the speed that it requires. So now the number that I have has gone down to 32 because the income has reduced. Income used to come from the same event, but they took it away, so now this become tougher. But basically, if you have these, keep them, don't use them. Signet training, keep it. If you will miss world boss or you will forget to collect your levy, you can use your signet trainings to get that gold. Don't spend this on recovering experience, it's not worth it. Let's see what else is good here. These I haven't used like at all. Jewel hunt shards. At some point I have to bother to use them, synthesize them. Mystery stones, keep everything that you can get. Don't waste them. They're tough to get and they're very easy to spend. One day you can open the wild shop and there will be a huge offer of 5 or 10 good luck charms or fashion cores, which you will have to buy, and you need to have these stones to buy it. Never spend your last stone, meaning that if you have exactly the stones required to get the mount, don't get the mount. Wait until you have at least 50% more or double the amount of stones before you buy the mount. Because then you will hate yourself if immediately after that you get an amazing offer and you don't have the stones to buy it. So that's that. Legendary stones, nothing to do with them, unfortunately. Same thing for crystals. Vulcan hammers and stoves. This is another one of those. You can, if you absolutely need to rise in bell rating, use them. Otherwise, keep them, because sooner or later there will be an event with these as well. Because there's an event with everything. Battleground treasure shards. No need to save these. Use them as you get them. Bounty scrolls, save these for bounty events, which are 15 orange per reset. So you need to have a bunch of these to make sure you get maximum rewards every single day. And you can get more from fishing, but the problem with that is once your fishing is high enough, where you can get fashion shards, then basically every time you pick up a bounty scroll, you're not picking up a fashion shard. And if your fishing goes even higher to VIP cards and so forth, then again every bounty scroll is costing you something better. So that's that. On refinement crystals, of course, keep these. These are gather these and use them as you can. But basically, I usually try to get a whole bunch before I use them on an item. Level 80 or level 4 refinement crystals for level 80 equipment are very tough for also cashers, because spending money on these is not the most awesome thing to do. Roses, no need to keep them, but I keep them. Mount training whips, if you haven't maxed out your stables, then gather them so that you can max them out. If you have already maxed them out, like me, I have them maxed because I don't have too many mounts, so mine are maxed at lower levels than cashers. then keep them until you have a good enough exchange to exchange them. Don't just jump on the first exchange. Wait until it's exactly what you want. VIP tokens, gather them, because there will come a time where you will need urgent gold, and that's your gold mine, together with other things like I explained. Keeping items which you can sell, keeping keeping gold chests which you can open, keeping these items which you can open, get gold. There are a lot of tricks for world boss. There is all the rewards for world boss. Don't pick it up until it's close to expiry, because then you'll have a lot of gold sitting in your mailbox which you can pick up. Soul crystals, same thing. Save up until there's a good enough reason to spend them. Now we got, after the reset, we got the soul crystal exchange. 100 soul crystals for 50,000 gold. Never ever would I exchange this, and I suggest you the same. Completely ignore this event. We generate plenty of gold for our needs. No need to waste soul crystals on this. We'll wait for a better offer. So that's soul crystals. Crypt tokens, no need to gather them, so to speak. There's never been an event on crypt tokens, because yeah, it's just not a very event friendly item. Socketing rods, weird item in that sense. No need to keep it. Use what you need, and that's it. Runes, now this is an interesting one. Runes you might consider keeping. Sorry. Runes you might consider keeping, because in theory there could be an event on it or a good exchange. Alternatively, what you can do is you can gather enough until you have 1 or 2 levels, and then use them. But I'm not in a rush, because 1 level will not change my game, so I'm keeping a whole bunch of them. Sepulchrum, same as Maras. Fade stones, same as rune stones, but fade stones more important, because there is actually fade stone event, and you don't want to not have fade stones when that arrives. So actually I have a whole bunch in my bag, and that's enough to buy several levels of fade. And my fade is not maxed. I got maxed on brutal edge, but I have only level 9 on the defenses. And some people would go straight away and buy several levels, but I will get that easily over time anyways. I'd rather be safe and keep the items when some awesome event will come, where I might get some cool casual item with it, or nice rewards. Will crystals, same as crystals. Divine light, no comment. Soul seal, that's a very interesting one. I categorize it same as soul crystal. I've actually only taken two levels on the soul mark, and then I stopped basically, and I started gathering them, because well, we had events for soul crystals, we'll probably have events for soul seals, so I'm just gonna keep gathering them until an event shows up where I can get more of them. Dragon essences, no need to keep them. I usually just gather enough until I have 1 full level. I am very close to getting the level over here with 1% physical and magic defenses and additional health. And this is gonna cost 2,200. I have 2,000, almost 200. So in a couple of days I'll have that done. So that's set, and so you don't need to keep those. You don't need to keep insignia, but you need to have a good amount of them in stock, again for wild shop or for other things like buying medallions. This is a very nice chest which has everything I don't need. Let's open it. 300 level 40 legendary stones. I mean, come on. How much do they go for if I sell them? Okay, that's 150,000, is that? Yeah, 150,000 gold. At least it's not 1 gold. So that's gonna go into rubbish. and these are of course the gems I just made. So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Came out to be much longer than I thought, but I wanted to give you really good advice on gathering, storing, patience, getting maximum rewards. So this video is going to be especially useful for free players and light cashers, probably not for cashers, but still it's nice to know. And well, I hope you liked it. Please do click on like and subscribe below the video. It always helps a lot when you guys do that, and share with your friends on your guild sites, on your Facebook pages, or Google Pluses and Twitters and anything else you're using. Thanks a lot in advance for sharing. And bookmark dollargames.com if you haven't done so already. Visit our Facebook, fb.dollargames.com, YouTube channel, youtube.dollargames.com, and for Google Plus users, gplus.dollargames.com. And all the links are below in the description. So thanks for watching and have a very nice day.